am Nanci and this is great content in the wrong context. Do you remember this experiment? In the description below you can find a link to download a quick guide, Make Context Rule. So if you look online, this experiment is used to let us know how insensitive to beauty we've become. I sincerely hope that researchers didn't conduct this experiment with this scope because as scientists they probably counted the fact that there were too many variables to decide that people have become insensitive to beauty. So pretty much no one stopped to listen to this insanely famous violinist. And that's not the proof that we are insensitive to beauty. You will also find the fact that only a 3-year-old kid that actually stopped for a long period to listen to the violinist. And so many people, so many blogs wants me to believe that the only one who is sensitive to beauty is a 3-year-old kid. So you're telling me that the only one with no job, no duty, not expected to be anywhere, is the only one who is sensitive to beauty? I think that's the only one who's got time. Probably his mom didn't have time. Was probably yelling at the kid to move because she probably had to go somewhere, like, I don't know, her job, the kid's school, or something else, I don't know. She probably had something to do like everyone else in that underground station. It was morning, people going to offices, to meetings. How do you expect people to stop? The train is already a variable. What if the train was late? People didn't have time to stop for a coffee nor for a freaking violinist. Plus, we do not actually know how many of these people thought like, I wish I had a few minutes to stop and listen to this great violinist. We do not read minds, so we can't possibly know how many people did actually think so. By the way, my point is, you can't expect people to appreciate your content, no matter how bad or good it is, if it's in the wrong context. Because if people have got other stuff to do, they will do the other stuff that they have to do. Won't stop for your insanely great content. Do not expect that. Plus, we do not know how many of those people actually appreciate classical music. For instance, if I was in that underground station, I wouldn't have stopped because I do not like classical music. It makes me nervous, grumpy, so no, I wouldn't have stopped. My boyfriend doesn't like fish, so he will never eat a dish with fish inside because he doesn't like it. Not even if it's cooked by the most famous chef in the world. But you can't say that he doesn't appreciate good cooking because that's just not true. He just doesn't like fish. Another example of great content in the wrong context is hope for pose. As we know, dogs go crazy for food, like every other living being. But they appreciate food a lot more than a cat or a bird. Nonetheless, if you try to rescue a stray dog, a scared stray dog with food, that's difficult because the context is human, go away, I'm scared, stay away from me. They're not almost interested in food in that moment because the staying alive thing is not the food, but is the not being killed by the living being they have in front of them. So they will not want you to rescue them because they will think that you're going to hurt them. Plus, they will not be interested in food. That's something insanely rare, but it happens just because the context is wrong. So, if you want to get more customers, you will have to choose wisely your context. Even if you produce insanely great content, if you put it in the wrong context, no one will see it, no one will care about it, and it's gonna be wasted. To get more customers with content, you must choose the right context, like the right marketing channel. For instance, if you're an architect, talking about the great horror movie you watched last night on LinkedIn is not a good idea. maybe will be interesting on Twitter, maybe on Facebook for your friends and family. But LinkedIn is not the context for a content that talks about horror movies, unless your job is about movies. If you're an architect, you want to talk about architecture on LinkedIn. If you're a vet, you want to talk about curing sick animals. If you are a marketer, you want to talk about marketing. If you're a lawyer, you want to talk about law. If you're a chef, you want to talk about food, because that's your job, and LinkedIn is made for job. LinkedIn is the social network for professionals, so you want to talk about your profession. On Facebook, if you talk about your profession, it's gonna be less effective, because that's not the context. The context of Facebook is friends and family and funny stuff. Twitter context is last minute stuff, or last minute things happening to you. Like, I don't know, I'm at the airport and I'm waiting for that freaking American Airlines flight. So with hashtag you will find other people waiting for the flight, maybe in the same airport. The timeline is chronological, not based on your interests. Well, they actually say they want to do that, deciding who is your best friend among those who you follow. The more you like stuff from that account, the more stuff you will see from that account. That's not what we want from Twitter. By the way, just choose the right context. What if Megan Fox would ask a guy out, a common person, a common guy out, while he's on the toilet? It would not be the right moment to say yes, let's go, let's do that, because the guy is on the toilet. You do not want to talk to a person on the toilet, and the person on the toilet will not probably want to talk to you, because that person's got more important stuff to do. The context is wrong. The content is great, which is Megan Fox, but the context is wrong. The toilet is just not the place. So if you want to get more customers, thanks to your insanely great content, you must choose the right context. You want to resonate with the context, so your content can be noticed and people will have time to notice your content. Because if you're in the wrong place, people is probably engaged into something else, some other activity, like not being late. Underground station is not a place where you stop, so expecting people to stop in the underground station was such a bad idea. These guys' concerts cost an insane amount of money. So even if you give insanely good stuff for free, no one will care. Yeah, that's the wrong context. So this video was a great content, and this is the right context to ask you to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's make everyone love your business as much as you do. Don't forget to download your quick guide, Make Context Rule. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with a new quick online marketing tip and a new downloadable freebie.